I'm Greg of the Real G-Pops Workshop. In today's video, I'm going to build a cedar gate to replace an existing gate that's roughly 25 years old and has seen better days. You'll see. So the property that I'm going to install it at is about 40 miles away. So I'm going to build the gate here. And when I get to the property, we're going to do a little landscaping, put down some pavers, some decorative rock, and try to dress up the property a little bit. So stick around, check it out. Trust me, it's worth the wait. As mentioned earlier, this is the suspect in question. About 5 feet tall, about 3.5 feet wide, and starting to show his age. Well, today's project is time to replace him. And this is what it looks like behind the gate. But prior to this, there were 3 feet worth of weeds. So let's get to it. First order of business is grab some wood for the gate. Okay, at this point, I need to cut 4 2x4s at 43 inches. I've already set up a stop block so I can get a repeatable cut. I'm gonna put on a little PPE and prepare to make 4 quick cuts. Okay, at this point, I need to make a gate that is going to be 43 inches wide to replace an existing gate. And because of the HOA, it needs to keep the same look. So what I'll be doing is setting out my pieces. Which means the cedar pieces need to be 55 inches. At this point, happy-go-lucky me is just chugging right along, having no idea what's about to happen. And there's the shift in body language. And it was at that point that I realized you know how it goes. Well, that just got screwed up. So due to my miscalculations, the 55 inches was supposed to start right below the 2x4 and not to include the 2x4 that's on its side. Therefore, I'm a bit short. Luckily, I have another project that I was going to use some cedar post for, and I will grab that stack and flip the inventory. To be continued. So now that I've learned my lesson, let's grab some wood and start over. Always remember to measure twice. Okay, now with the pieces cut, I'm going to do a rough layout of our design. We're going to have alternating panels which overlap until we reach our 43-inch desired width. Make sure it's square. So now we'll find our center point. Okay, we want our gaps to be 3 7/8. I'm using the brads at this point simply to keep the cedar pickets lined up. They will be secured by screws. I've built a number of these gates in my day, so this is easy work. Basic fence design, or basic gate design, nothing fancy in this build. Plenty of screws for longevity. One last turn. Installing a couple of pieces to screw to keep it tight and square. And with that, she is built. Now, as I mentioned earlier, the gates that is there now is roughly 25 years old. My goal is to get about 40 out of this one. So with that comes a little protection. Stylish protection. Notice the color at this point. Using cedar that's going to be hit by water and sun, end-cut solution does come in handy. Now remember, I'm building this gate off-site to be installed elsewhere. So all of this prep work is going to come in handy in the end. Because now it's build and install day. This is the last we'll see of this guy. Definitely seen better days. Now, this project started out like a trip to the grocery store. You go for milk or eggs, and you come back with a basket full of things. I was supposed to originally just change the gate, but that turned into stepping stones, which turned into sand, which turned into pebbles, which turned into decorative rock, which is how I got here. Now, there's many ways to do this. This is pretty much the quick and dirty. Put down some weed barrier, it will help. A little sand down for leveling, some gravel for fill, and top her off with some decorative rock. I'm going to blaze through this rather quickly. But like any project, there's many ways to do this. And this is how I did it. Level out some of the low spots, fix that corner. Get some instruction from the supervisor. At this point, the stepping stones are in place. Put down some sand, most of them are level at this point. Put some gravel down. Use the hose so it can settle before I come back with the decorative rock. And since it was a warm day, this was the best part of the job. Now, one thing to realize is how far a bag of rock does not go. There were quite a few runs in this, and no, we're not going to watch them all. And all of this is just to change out a gate. One thing I didn't mention is that because I'm doing this, I had to build the gate shorter than the original gate. So I actually came a couple of weeks back and took some measurements, and hopefully they work out. Well, I already know if they did or didn't, but yeah, it was a guesstimate at that point. So with all the hard work behind me, definitely much better than when we started. Now I just need to do in front of the gate. So the area at the gate had never been done before, so I did right up to it, and then I did in front of it, and then I removed the gate and put down that final paver. And this is where I hope my measurements paid off. And just like that, she fit. Little fine tuning and some trim going in on the sides. Adjusting the post and the height. Bit of an enhancement. So next season, I shouldn't have to worry about the weeds or anything overgrowing on that side. And it's secure. And that's the final product. And I did offer to help the neighbors. So hopefully you enjoyed that video. That gate came out very nice. Landscaping came out great as well. I'm looking for that gate to last another 40 years, probably long after I'm gone. So if you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I'll catch you on the next one.